We actually asked you guys what movie we should watch because really nothing amazing came out today. As it would have it, told in person to do Freebirds because it's a family movie, Thanksgiving around the corner, so we stomached it, watched Freebirds. This movie is bad. Yes, I laughed a couple of times only because I find humor in things. It tells you right off the bat, this movie is not historically accurate except for the talking turkeys, which we all know turkeys don't talk, they gobble. The idea of the movie, the concept of it is pretty cool. I enjoyed that kind of, what if? So you got this one buff turkey, which, no offense, Woody Harrelson, should have been voiced by Patrick Warburton. Big Nick said it. I agree with him full on, because that would have been funny. He decides he's met the great turkey. He has to go back in time to stop the first Thanksgiving. That's a pretty cool concept. As the movie starts, you're a little invested in some of the characters, but then once they get back in time, you're just kind of like, I'm done. If you're pulling out your phone, anything is way more better than watching this movie. Family movies are supposed to be this bad, because they're for kids, but this one's just kind of like, it was rushed. We gotta kick it out, Thanksgiving coming around the corner. Owen Wilson is his usual self, even in turkey form. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching your stuff, but animation, usual. Music score, that was probably the only thing that really kind of stood out. There was some epic music in this movie, and that was enjoyable. Other than that, this movie is a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's more for kids, if your kid wants to watch it. And now let's see what our guests that were bored to death had to say. You like animated movies?
I do. I like animated movies quite a bit.
And so how did you feel about the concept storyline of this one?
I think the story is intriguing. The concept of going back in time to stop the first Thanksgiving as a turkey would be something you'd want to do, I'm not too incredibly sure they did a good job with it, but it was a good concept.
It was an undercooked turkey. It had so much potential. The story was an original story. It just didn't, it was a lackluster finish to it.
It had more potential than what the cast and crew gave it. It's kind of a wasted potential, if you ask me. It had its laughs and moments, and the story was a good idea, but they just didn't give it what it could have been. It's definitely not Oscar-worthy for Best Animated Feature. It might even be nominated for a Razzie Award for Worst Screenplay.
Did you like Freebirds?
Yes.
What did you like about it?
It was good animation, and I think littler kids like around 8 would love this, and it was funny.
So you laughed a lot? How do you feel about the voice acting for the characters?
I think some of the choices were odd, but it wasn't bad. I mean, the people that were in the roles did a good job with what they were given, which wasn't much. But they did a good job with the script they were given. Owen Wilson takes it and runs with it. It's hard to take the voice acting and the script and separate the two of them, so it's challenging, but they did a good job voice acting.
It could have worked if they had been given better lines and better deliveries of those lines, and the story had so much potential and it just fell so short, and that's with the writing and everything, fell short.
Well, for the voice acting, the actors did an adequate job, but I think it's a waste of star power, too. I mean, you got big names to be in an animated feature. If they'd had big names in this movie probably wouldn't have been advertised or marketed in the way it was.
I don't really care.
Don't really care, as long as it entertained you, right? Do you feel this is a good family movie?
I don't. I feel that in modern family movies, the real popular ones, they have a duality of layers to them. There's the jokes for the kids, and there's the jokes for the adults. This one, granted that both levels of jokes are horrible, but it didn't really try to go for that duality. It was just a simple script, and it didn't really attempt to please all audiences. I didn't care for it. I didn't think it was that great. Would a kid be entertained watching this movie? Probably. Is there a better movie you could put on? Absolutely.
On the family level, I think it's lacking. The kid who will sit through anything won't sit through this and it gets bored and the only part she loved was the baby turkey, then it's not doing its job as a family-friendly movie, in my opinion, and it left me I just was sitting there going, oh my gosh, when is it going to end?
So what would you give this movie on a scale of 10? Like 1 to 10. 1 being you hated it, 10 being you loved it.
Probably about an
8.
I give it a 3. And I only give it a 3 because I actually kind of enjoyed some of the animation. And George Takei.
It's like a 2.5 right now. I really wish that a better family-friendly movie would be coming out around this time of the year so that people have something more to enjoy, say if they want to go out Thanksgiving weekend and watch a family-friendly movie.
I'd probably give it a 7.5, maybe.
Why so high?
It's not high. That's actually pretty low for me. I usually give everything an 8 or above. For me,
Okay, if you're giving it a 7.5 to an 8, that's still pretty high.
7.5 means average. Okay, it was
5 is
average. No, 5 is failing. 5 is effing failing.
Next week is going to be Hunger Games: Catching Fire, the second book of this franchise. So yes, we will be bringing that to you. You know what? If you want to leave some comments down there, let me know what is your favorite Thanksgiving food. And as always, subscribe, like it, favorite it, share it, and we will let you know before you go at Brennan Theaters. Next week is Hunger Games. Let us know what we're doing. Let us know how you feel about how this is going. So what do you feel about the voice acting for the characters?
Well, Maddie seems to like it.
Did you like Freebirds?
Whoa, whoa. Jeez.
Just stand on it. We almost lost a
Thank
kid.
you for catching him, Jeff. Jeff saved your life.
Did you like Freebirds? This
Yes.
is so weird.